I recently just acquired this cool cat for Game Boy. The only problem is when I pop it into my Game Boy, I get QR code. It's not a QR code, it's the pin's not being able to read the cart. What do we do? I'll show you really quickly how to fix it. Need the game. Need a couple of these. Q-tips, ear swabs, nose booger removers. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Some isopropyl alcohol. 70% is all I have, so 70% is what I will use. And in this case, I'm going to use a game bit. Oh, a game bit that I have. I think everybody should have one of these. They're very handy. You can get them off of AliExpress or eBay. That is I grabbed the wrong size. This is the larger size one for NES and SNES cartridges, and this smaller one is for, there we go, focus. The smaller one is for Game Boy games. So I'm just gonna unscrew this feller. It's magnetized, so it holds onto it for me. I'll just leave that there. You slide, show that again. Game Boy carts, ooh, this has got some weird, cool grunge on it. The top slides down like this, and then it just lifts off. Ta-da! So yeah, those pins, I don't know if you can see, the pins are a little tarnished. So I'm going to really quickly take some isopropyl alcohol, got on the end. We've cleaned the cart. We're going to put it back together. I'm just going to check the other side. For no particular reason. Okay. So to put it back together, it's quite simple. You'll notice there's little notches on the sides there and on the opposite side. The notches you see on the side of the face part of the cart, I guess that's what I'll call it. They just slip right in, and you push up, then it's locked. Hooray! Okay. Put this guy back together. And we're done. Now, some more alcohol here, mostly for an example. Now, let's say you don't have a game bit, one of these guys. Like I said, they're dirt cheap. You can get them on AliExpress, eBay, most game sort of mod sites. Handheld Legend, Retro Modding, and so forth. Sell them all too. I'll try to post some links below to help you find these guys. They're like I said, they're dirt cheap. They're only a few dollars if you don't mind waiting a couple weeks on AliExpress. They're super handy to have. And the best part, most of them have sort of standard hex base that'll fit most screwdrivers. So no excuses. Now, let's say you don't have, like I said, let's say you don't have one of these. How are you going to clean your cart? Again, it's super easy. Just take some isopropyl alcohol, soak a Q-tip, just get it nice and juicy in alcohol, and you're going to fit it, excuse me, other way around. You'll see, if you can see the bottom pins, the contact pins down here, they're dirty. Get your soaked isopropyl alcohol Q-tip and fit it in there and just run it back and forth. Hopefully, if it's really dirty, you'll see on your Q-tip a little bit of gray, which means that it's working. So just rub it, move it around. What I do is when I'm done there, I'll flip it around and just kind of half dry up some of it with the other end of the Q-tip. And then give it a second or two, and it should be dry enough to use. So let's pop this guy back in to the Game Boy. Here we go. I could watch this all day. This isn't a terrible game. For Game Boy games, it's kind of fun. So yeah, okay, so we know that works. Oh, there's the stormtroopers. I won't make you read that. So yeah, that's great. So that was a sort of a quick and easy ways to fix a dodgy game cart if it won't work. One more thing I can think of. One more thing. Sometimes the pins inside the Game Boy are dirty. Let me find an example. Here we go. Just for a moment. Okay, this is another motherboard for Game Boy Pocket that doesn't work. So inside these slots below, there's 24, I believe. I've never actually counted them. 24 contacts that make contact with the inside of the cart when you slide it in. And if those are dirty, what I do, which I've had a lot of luck with, is I do the trick where I load up a Q-tip with isopropyl alcohol, but I just sort of get it nice and wet, put it on the inside, and then I stick it in the Game Boy, and I do a couple of these. And usually, that's enough. Oh, to break my Game Boy. Usually, that's enough to get things working again. There we go. I will spare you going through this again. So, thank you for watching. I hope you found my video useful. Come back later for more videos. and like and subscribe and tell your friends, and have a great day.